Welcome back. Let's talk about the importance of knowing your market value. I'd like you to comment with your answers to this question below. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to slowly grow your problem-solving skills and mindset. Now, let's get down to business. I've broken this question of why is it so important to know your market value into three separate factors, and each factor is broken into three separate parts. And today, we will specifically focus on the final part, or factor number 3, its root causes, and 2 tips to fix these root causes. And so factor number 3 is because there may be a difference between what you think you're worth and how your company values you or your services, which has a direct impact into why it is so important for you to know your market value, right? And if you think you're worth more than your current salary, then that just means that the problem you're solving for a company isn't as big for the company to invest more money into it, right? And to understand this better, let's dive into the first root cause, which is the fact that any job is about solving a specific problem. And the salary that an employee gets is equal to how much a company is willing to pay to get rid of the problem that you are solving on behalf of them, right? If the problem isn't big enough, then your salary isn't big enough, and vice versa. But to fix this root cause, the first tip that I'll share with you today is to try to do a sizing on how big of a problem are you really solving, right? And try to quantify this in terms of dollars, which could be revenue or cost-related evidence, and see the return on investment for the company based on how much benefit they're getting by investing on your salary. And if the return on investment is very high, then you are probably being underpaid for the money that they're trying to invest that translates into your salary. Now let's look at the second root cause of why you should be knowing your market value. See, if similar job or opportunities outside of your company with similar experiences are paid more in the job market, many employees may assume that they are worth more, right? Which could or could not be entirely true. While the truth is that every employer has a different situation, right? And they value each problem in different financial estimates or terms. The only way to know if you're worth more is if you get an offer that is higher than your current pay. So my final and second tip to fix this specific root cause for you is that the only way you can validate your true worth is by getting an offer, which is pretty obvious. You don't have to take the offer if you're happy wherever you are, but occasionally exploring and interviewing with interesting job openings can give you an idea about how much a company is willing to invest in you, which is a much better way to find out what you're truly worth, because that is what someone is willing to pay, right? And these are some of the pieces that make up the third factor. Now, from the 30,000 feet level, this is what the big picture looks like. But before we wrap up, I have a question. What would you do to fix the root causes we just talked about? Think about it and leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this particular exercise, consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel to slowly start growing your problem-solving skills and mindset. I'll see you in the next exercise.